What's up everyone, welcome to a new tutorial. Today I'm going to be introducing something I'm gonna call the infinite gimbal loop. Now today I have the AK2000S from Feiyu Tech, and it actually just released today. I'm gonna be making a review on this later because it's a pretty sick little gimbal, but basically this effect is a loop. So you wanna think about when you're shooting stuff, what you can loop, and all it is looping through the exact same shot you do on your gimbal. So today I'm gonna show you probably 2 to 3 different examples, but first let's check out what this looks like. So in order to do this effect, you need a gimbal. I think it works best with gimbals. You can try it handheld, but basically all you have to do is make some sort of motion, and you want to try to match your starting and ending shots. For example, I'm going to use the sky as my starting point of the loop, and then I'm going to use this ground as the ending point of the loop. And in post, I'm going to show you how to match it up. So I have the 5D Mark IV up here. Let me turn it on. Let's do it. Here's the first shot. I'm gonna go from the sky down to the ground. So a really nice thing about this gimbal is it has a handle up top so I can get these low angles. It's a good thing to watch your footage before you go home so you know you got the shot. And another one I'm gonna do really quick is kind of like a little spin or orbit. So I'm gonna film and then spin in a circle really fast and then go back to the car. So let's check out what that looks like. So you wanna spin in a circle, back to the car, and spin in a circle again. So that's 2 examples. And with the spinning one, we're gonna do another one where I'm gonna park my car over there and use the wall as a transition point. All right, so this time I'm actually gonna use this wall here as my starting point of the loop and basically make sure it is dead center with my gimbal. I'm gonna go to the left a tiny bit and then back to the right and realign that wall as best as I can. And then we're gonna flip the image in post and basically go left, right, left, right. I'm tilting the gimbal to the side and rotating it because I have it on all follow mode so that I can basically rotate in and then rotate out. Rotate in, rotate out. Rotate in, rotate out. I'm gonna get some more motion with it this time. Rotate in, rotate out. That's pretty much it. That's 3 little examples of what I'm gonna do to make the infinite gimbal loop. Now let's check out how to do it in post. Before we get started, just know I give away 1 free version of my Ultimate Effects Pack every single week on Tuesdays at the end of the video. So click the link in the description down below if you wanna enter for this week. Let's start with this clip right here. As you can see, I'm shooting my car, then I spin the camera, and then I'm back to my car. So we need to find the starting and the ending point. So for example, the starting point is gonna be in the middle of the spin somewhere, and then the ending point is gonna be in the middle of the next spin somewhere. So we can make the first cut in the middle of our first spin, make a cut, scroll forward till we get to our next spin, and make another cut about halfway through by hitting C on the keyboard and making a cut. We can delete the back half and the front half, and now we should have a spinning clip into another spinning clip. All you have to do is hold Alt and copy that first portion of the clip to the end of your next clip and play back through it. As you can see, if you get the cut right, it blends together seamlessly, and then you can just keep duplicating this process and it should theoretically blend together seamlessly. Once you do it as many times as you want, you can delete the first spin. So then it starts on your subject and it will just infinitely loop as many times as you want. Keep in mind that you can play around with speed ramping to speed ramp this loop process up if you want to. All right, moving forward, let's move on to this clip right here. Now this is the one where we started on the wall and then we go out to our car and then we go back into the wall. All you have to do is the same process. Find the starting point of your loop, and typically I like to find a point right before the ground starts to move, or sometimes show a little bit of the ground. That works right there. Hit C on your keyboard, make a cut. Scrub forward a little bit until you go back to the wall, and the same process. Find where you have a little bit of your subject showing and then make another cut. Delete the back half and the front half. And then the same process follows. Hold Alt on your keyboard, click and drag, and then we're gonna play back through this. As you can see, it goes back in and then right back out to the wall. If you like that aesthetic, you can keep that and then just duplicate that as many times as you want. But for this example, all you have to do is go to the effects tab and type in flip. Drag on horizontal flip onto that second clip, and you'll see that as we swing back in, it'll swing out to the other side. Again, you can, if you got a good cut, it should blend seamlessly. And then when you want to go back into the wall again, copy your clip over and delete the horizontal flip onto that clip. Playing back through from the beginning, you can see that we can delete the first half by hitting C on a keyboard and delete that first clip. And then it looks like this. Now, if you want, you can also add blending by right-clicking and select Apply Default Transition, and that will theoretically blend the clips a little bit more. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on what you want to do. So looking at this next clip, it's a little bit more complex because our ground is a little bit brighter and our ceiling is pretty dark, and we also have some bright stuff down here. So if we blend it right away, it's not going to blend. Let's copy it to the end by holding Alt and watch how it blends. So yeah, it's just kind of a harsh blend. So what we want to actually do is start blending right here. Right when our card disappears, we're going to start blending right there. So I'm going to drag my first clip up and drag my second clip beneath that clip. And all I have to do is right click on that top clip and select Apply Default Transition and change the cross dissolve to the start of that clip. If we play back through this now, it looks like this. As you can see, it still doesn't look the best, and that's because we have this bright white line right here. So what we need to do is actually zoom in our bottom clip a little bit and then zoom out as we come down the car. So I like to do the zoom out first, so I'll scrub forward a little bit to where I want it to be full, and then I'm gonna go to the effects controls and select the keyframe scale animation. And then I'm gonna go back to the beginning of this clip, and I'm gonna change the scale to something like 120. And then now if we scrub through this, you can see that when we start to blend, we still have a little bit more of that line down there. So let's change our beginning keyframe scale to 140. Now, once we start to blend, you'll see that it blends a little bit better. It goes dark and it starts to come down. So playing back through this, it looks like this. So that was pretty dang seamless. And again, you can repeat this process as many times as you want. All you have to do is pick a point that you want to blend it and make sure you drag all your video layers up and then copy this video layer down here. And then the same process, right click on the end, apply default transition, and drag that to the start of your second clip. One final note is that if your starting and your ending point are two different colors or it's not the same exposure, you can simply add an adjustment layer and change the exposure or color. So the sky is really bright, and when we go to the ground, it's pretty dark. So all I did was add an adjustment layer, and as I start to go down to the ground, I'm adding a keyframe and increasing the brightness of the ground so that it blends a little bit more seamlessly with the sky, as you can see right there. And the winner of the Ultimate Effects Pack is Vic C. Congratulations, my friend. I will reach out to you and send the pack your way. Again, click the link in the description down below if you want to enter for this week. Hopefully you guys learned something today, and if you did, please let me know in the comments down below. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you're new here, consider subscribing because I'm going to be making some more stuff in the future. I'll see you next time.